How to control your emotions, the power of not reacting. It's more crucial than you think to be able to feel and express emotions. Emotions play an essential role in your responses because they are the felt response to a circumstance. When you're tuned into them, you have access to vital information that may aid you with decision-making, a successful relationship, regular encounters, and even self-care. Although emotions may be beneficial in your everyday life, if they're out of control, they could hurt your mental health and interpersonal connections. But with some work, you can reclaim control. According to studies, having high emotional control abilities is connected to happiness. Furthermore, there is a possible correlation between these abilities and economic success, so investing some effort could pay dividends. To help you out, here are a few tips to manage emotions. 1. Evaluate the effects of your emotions. Having strong feelings isn't always a negative thing. Emotions provide excitement and vibrancy to our lives. Strong emotions might indicate that we are completely engaged in life and are not suppressing our natural impulses. It's completely natural to feel emotionally overwhelmed from time to time, when something fantastic occurs, when something horrible happens, or even when you sense you've lost a good opportunity. But how can you understand that something is wrong? Emotions that go out of control frequently might contribute to trouble in a friendship or relationship, having trouble connecting to others, difficulties while at work or at school, desire to use drugs or alcohol to enable you to cope with your emotions, attacks, either emotional or physical. When you experience these challenges, it's high time to assess how your out-of-control emotions are influencing your daily life. It will help in identifying the source of the emotions much more easily. 2. Instead of suppression, try to regulate. Your emotions aren't something you can simply tune in and out of. Imagine for a minute being able to control your emotions in this manner. No one would want to keep them on high all of the time. You restrict yourself from feeling and having an emotional expression if you suppress or repress emotions. This might occur purposefully or inadvertently. As a result, you will experience some signs of mental and physical health problems, including anxiety, depression, sleep issues, muscle tension and pain, difficulty managing stress, substance misuse. Make sure you're not merely brushing feelings under the rug while trying to handle emotions. To have a healthy emotional expression, you need to find and practice emotional balance, whether you lack emotions or have overpowering emotions. 3. Recognize your emotions. When you spend some time evaluating your emotions with your inner self, you reclaim control. Let's use this as an example. You've been dating your crush for some months. A week ago, you attempted to set up a date with them, but they indicated they were piled up with some work. You again sent them a text asking a question about their availability over the weekend. Unfortunately, a day passes and you finally get a response: "My weekend program is fixed." The response makes you agitated all of a sudden. You fling your phone on the floor, kick your trash can and desk, spraining your toe, all without pausing to consider. At that moment, you must ask yourself the following questions. What am I feeling? What occurred to make me feel this way? Disappointed, perplexed, enraged. Is there any explanation for the scenario that makes perfect sense? Perhaps they're worried, unwell, or coping with something they don't want to discuss. They may want to elaborate when they have more time. What am I going to do with these emotions? Scream, hurl stuff, and text something obscene in response. Is there a more effective way to deal with them? Ask whether everything is in order. Inquire about their next availability. Take a stroll or jog. You're redefining your thinking by exploring various alternatives, which might help you reduce your initial intense emotions. It may take some time for this reaction to become second nature. Walking through these processes in your brain will get simpler with time. 4. Acknowledge your emotions. If you want to improve your emotional management skills, consider downplaying your sentiments. It may seem beneficial to convince yourself to stay calm, or it isn't a big concern, when you hyperventilate after hearing wonderful news or fall on the floor crying when you can't locate your credentials. This, however, disproves your experience. Embracing emotions when they arise allows you to become more at ease with them. Increased tolerance for overwhelming emotions helps you to fully experience them without responding in harmful ways. Consider your emotions as communicators to help you embrace them. They don't have a good or bad side. They're indifferent. Although they can elicit negative emotions at times, they are still providing you with useful information. Acknowledging emotions can lead to happiness and a reduction in mental health problems. Furthermore, people who see their emotions as beneficial may experience greater levels of enjoyment. 5. Create a record of your feelings. You may find any disruptive tendencies by jotting down your emotions and the reactions they elicit. It's not always easy to mentally track your feelings back. However, writing your sentiments on paper might help you think about them even more. It also aids in recognizing when particular situations, such as employment problems or family strife, lead to difficult-to-control emotions. Identifying particular triggers allows you to emerge with more constructive approaches to deal with them. If you write regularly, you will reap the most advantages. Keep a diary with you at all times and write down any strong emotions or sensations as they arise. Make a mental note of the triggers as well as your response. If your response won't have an effect, use your notebook to think of other ways to aid in the future. 6. Have a deep breath. Whether you're insanely delighted or unable to talk, the impact of a deep breath cannot be overstated. Relaxing and focusing on your breathing won't make your feelings disappear. Besides, that shouldn't be your objective. Deep breathing techniques, on the other hand, may allow you to calm yourself and pause from the initial surge of energy, as well as any excessive response you wish to prevent. Whenever you feel your emotions are taking over, do the following. Gently take a deep breath in. Note that your diaphragm, and not your chest, takes deep breaths. Imagine your breathing emerging from within your belly button. Pause your breath until 3 counts, then gently exhale. You can then consider reciting a mantra. Some individuals believe that repeating a statement is beneficial. 7. Understand when to let out your emotions. Everything, even deep emotions, has its time and location. For instance, when a loved one passes away, uncontrollable sobbing is a frequent reaction. After getting dumped by your loved one, screaming into your pillow, or even pounding it, may help release some rage and anxiety. Other circumstances, on the other hand, need a little moderation. Yelling at your manager about an unjust disciplinary measure isn't going to help, even to the point of frustration. Therefore, you must be aware of the environment and the situation to figure out the appropriate time to express your sentiments and when to keep them aside. 8. Find some space. Gaining some space from overwhelming emotions will help you ensure you respond rationally to them. You can create a physical distance, such as leaving a distressing circumstance. Or you may also build mental distance via distraction. Although you shouldn't completely ignore or avoid emotions, it's not bad to divert until that moment when you could easily deal with them. Just be certain that you do return to them. Take a stroll alone or with your pet. Visit a friend. Watch a humorous video or have a conversation with your loved one. 9. Consider meditating. Meditation is one of the best ways to manage intense emotions. It may help you become more conscious of every emotion and experience. Meditation teaches you to stay with these sensations, to observe them without criticizing them or seeking to modify them or make them disappear. As stated before, practicing embracing all of your feelings helps facilitate emotional management. Meditation enhances these accepting abilities. It also provides other advantages, including relaxation and having a good sleep. 10. Maintain control over stress. Managing your emotions can become more difficult when going through a great deal. It could be difficult for even those who typically have strong emotional control. Minimizing stress or discovering more effective methods to handle it can help you control your emotions. Meditation and relaxation activities may assist with stress management too. They will not eliminate it, but they can make it more manageable. Other good methods of stress management include having sufficient sleep, creating time for conversation with friends, going for a workout or nature walks. If you've done all that it takes to manage your emotions, but they are still overpowering you, it's advisable to visit a therapist. Some mental health problems, such as bipolar and personality disorders, are connected to long-term or chronic emotional instability. Difficulty managing emotions might be related to trauma, familial troubles, or other contributing factors. As a result, you may generate unwanted ideas, which can lead to feelings of pessimism. A therapist may help you by providing sympathetic and non-judgmental assistance while looking at what's causing your emotions to be out of whack. Understanding how to down-regulate overwhelming feelings or up-regulate restricted emotional responses. Exercising to confront and reframe sentiments that causes pain. With all that said, it's now time to put all these tips to practice and take good control of your feelings. I hope this video will have an impact on your life. Finally, please don't forget to leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, support us by doing so.